got to meet Danny, and I will have officially met every Mexican actor in Hollywood. I did it. Okay, I'm not gonna let your worst thoughts linger. The title, it's not clickbait, but it's also probably not what you think. I met my hero, Danny Trejo, and I'm a little disappointed, yeah. Let me explain. Now, Danny was a celebrity guest at Fan Expo Chicago. And let me quickly give a shout out to War Kitten on Twitter. They're the one that actually told me about it all the way back in June after my No Googliemi vid. Because otherwise, I doubt I would have heard about it and I probably wouldn't have met him. So Fan Expo had a bunch of celebrities there. And Danny was, respectably, a legend amongst some pretty heavy hitters. And oh look, I said the word legend. Is that a smooth transition, Raid? Okay. Today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
With over 700 unique champions, a super detailed RPG system, and incredible graphics.
Hear me out, gamers. Raid is introducing a brand new rarity, Mythical, which is a step above Legendary. I mean, what am I, the dragon? They have a special mechanic called Metamorph, where they can change between two different forms, like this. Oh, jeez. I hope I can change back. You can summon the mythical, miracle, spiritual, lyrical boys with red primal shards in the portal. And remember, the Mythies are basically two champions in one, and they both use the same artifacts, accessories, masteries, and blessings, so careful on how you use them. Versatile is what I would personally call it. New players get Stag Knight, an epic champion. Plus a skin for Stag Knight designed by JonTron. Just use the promo code JTSkin before October 7th. Sun Wukong. Raid's take on the Monkey King from Chinese mythology. Log in on 7 different days between now and October 23rd to get your Chinese monkey today. All you gotta do is just log in, and you get a legendary Chinese monkey for free. Use my link in the description or scan my QR code to get insane bonuses like Epic Champion Talia and other useful things. And thank you, Raid, for sponsoring today's video. Fan Expo Chicago got into their Back to the Future bag, having Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, they even had Biff. But that guy. If you wanted to, you could take a photo with the whole cast for like 500 bucks. No thank you. They had the Fonz there. They had Susan Sarandon, which, yes, real ones know. They also had the National Lampoon's Vacation cast, which was pretty cool, like Beverly D'Angelo and Randy Quaid, which I actually considered doing. But then Chevy Chase dropped out, and he's like the main one, so... I mean, the fucking Griswolds are from Chicago. You couldn't go to the fucking one in Chicago. These are Danny's prices, and I believe they changed kind of depending on the day. This was an early screenshot. Autograph, 60 bucks. Table photo price, 60 bucks. Combo, 90. Photo op price, $75. And I'll be honest, I didn't entirely understand this. Why are there 2 photos to choose from? Some of the celebrities actually had a little selfie tab that also had a price, in addition to the other photos. It is safe to say I was a bit confused. But anyway, I couldn't be there every day of the expo, and I was just planning on going one day and treating it like I did with Noel. Meet the man, get the photo, make history. So I ended up buying the photo op. I thought of an autograph, but it felt like a bit too much at the moment. I don't really care that much about signatures, and there were 2 different time slots if you wanted the photo op or the autograph. But I really just wanted to meet him, get a photo, and take in the expo for a little bit. So I go, and it's pretty big. I'm enjoying myself. I really like the artist alley portion of this expo. Even picked up some pieces for myself. And we quickly get to the hour of the photo op. So I go get in line. It's very organized, not rushed, no pressure, and the staff is very helpful. But here's something I didn't mention though. Shortly before I got out there, I had decided to check out the FAQ to truly see what a photo op means. And that is where I see in capitalized letters, a photo op is not a meet and greet, but is a rapidly moving process. I was a little confused. What does that mean? Are we literally just taking turns walking up to Danny and posing like he's the fucking Vegas sign? That doesn't make sense. But at this point, I couldn't change anything anyway. It was too late. So all the celebrities that were taking photo ops were in these isolated black curtain rooms. So no fucking freeloaders could just go over there and snap photos from afar. Even though I think they were at the meet and greet tables, but I feel like maybe there was more people like being like, hey, fuck off. They were trying to get close. I don't know. But the line is moving pretty quick. And I get up to the curtain and you see the sign, no photography of your own past this curtain. That sign meant business. But I pass the curtain, and there I see Danny, taking photos. They got the little professional guy over there snapping it for everybody, and then they give you a printout. And that's where I see how quick this really is moving. The only thing slowing down the line, realistically, were just families organizing themselves in the photo. But no one was really saying shit to him except for a variation of hi, bye. The guy that was in front of me with his 2 sons was the first person I saw try to say more than 2 words to the guy. He went up, posed, they snapped a photo, and then he turned to him and said something, like 2 sentences, laughing like he said a joke, like beating Danny's chest and shit, like, yeah, dude, fucking, hey, both Mexican, right? Haha, keep it up. I don't know what the fuck he said. And while the guy was doing that, Danny, legit, kind of moved his pupils toward him and cracked a smile and went back to looking straight. They then got that guy fucking out of there. So as I'm standing next in line, I fully realize this is what it is. That Vegas sign joke? Not that far off. Which in the moment was a bit of a bummer. And before you say anything, unlike Noel's situation, this one was just my fault entirely. I should have read the FAQ to see what every little thing truly was. Because what I wanted to do was bring up Dusk Till Dawn. I wanted to tell him that the bar scene with him was my favorite scene from the movie, and I wanted to ask if he remembered anything specifically from that scene, or if he could just tell me one little tidbit from shooting that movie, anything. But I can't do that now. That's crazy to do now. I don't want to be the jerk off to try and spark up a conversation with a guy who has clearly been told to not entertain any additional conversation. Because the staff is moving you quickly, asking you direct questions, even for the photo. They're like, look down a little bit, your glasses might cause a reflection, so make sure you do, pop, ready, bang. And we're moving. And on top of that, Danny's probably tired. It was his last day there. The man is 79. It wouldn't shock me if it was a combination of him being tired and them also being like, hey, you know this is gonna move quick, so don't be like, oh really, dude, that's cool, we are both Mexican. Don't do that shit. So it's my turn to walk up, and I remember it very vividly. So Danny takes off his hat and then just starts looking at it as I'm walking up. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm just a very easy person to ignore. Because remember when I got to Noel? That's when he decided to sit down. Oh, it's just this guy. So I reach out my hand for a dap and I say, hey Danny, it's an honor to meet you, man. And I wasn't really nervous to meet Danny, even though I was nervous to meet Noel. But I think because I was alone meeting Noel. But I had my brother here at the expo for Danny. So we meet on the dap, right? It's one of these. I want you guys to see this. It's one of these. And then he says, bar for bar, hey. As he kind of side looks at me. This is legit my view. This is my view. Mr. GGPOV right now. Hey. That was it. That was what I got out of him. I had to break him down. I had to knock down a couple walls to get there, but we got there. It was a slower, much more rugged hey. I'm definitely butchering it. It was more like a hey, hey, something like that. Not so smoking for 40 years type beat. It was just you know, Danny's got the rugged voice as is, so, but that's what he did. That's what I got from him, right? Right after he says that, that's when he hits me with the swivel. And I thought, oh, he wants the extended dap. Danny, we're about to touch shoulders right now, Danny. Yeah, take me to dinner first, bro, stop. That was not what he wanted to do. He set this up and then started posing, and I figured, oh, he's trying to help us out so we can have the cool thing. Okay, that makes sense, because I didn't know how I was gonna pose anyway, so this helps me out. So in that moment, our energies combined, and that gave you this beautiful picture that you see before you. And then you could buy a frame after you got it, fucking have them scam you for like a $25 frame. It's a nice frame though, in all fairness, even though they put it in upside down and I had to redo it, that's fine. But it's a cool memory, it's pretty awesome. And then they got me the fuck out of there. So, obviously, I would have liked to talk to him, if not at least for like 20 seconds or something. But I didn't realize that the autograph photo combo was probably better suited for that, I'd assume. Like, I'm sure you're good for one question in that scenario. So now I've been sitting here, sleepless, thinking, well, I gotta meet him again, right? And that's when I learned that there's fan expos all year round in several areas. The mission continues. I would like to just go to more conventions in general. That was a lot of fun. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'd love some. I'm fully willing to travel. Tell me on Twitter though, not in the comments. Or both, I don't give a fuck. Now, as far as the rest of the expo, me and my brother ended up enrolling in a doubles Smash tournament for Smash Ultimate. It was in a small section of the expo that it was being ran because my brother wanted to play. There was a bunch of setups and I thought, yeah, fuck it, why not? And when the bracket came out, safe to say, we were ready for war. And that's when we quickly saw that we were going against 2 9-year-old girls. And I had to give them the work. It is nice little falcon elbow to send them off. I'm not gonna let you win because you're a child. Even though your mom was really nice to me and also had to sit right behind me watching the whole set as I beat the brakes off of your bum-ass Yoshis. We then had to verse a father and son duo, which honestly was tougher to stomach than beating the first team. Because all I kept thinking was, genuinely, what a beautiful moment. Dad taking an interest in his son's hobby, them deciding to team up together so they can try and get a win together. Literally, a moment that kid will remember for the rest of his life. If only he could avoid these knees, baby! Woo! Father-son duo? Good thing these knees are buy one, get one free, baby! Oh! The child was visibly upset and half-heartedly slammed his controller down on the desk after he lost his last stock. I wasn't proud of it, but if I had to, I would do it again. Anywho, my brother ended up throwing the next game, tossing us in the losers bracket, and after waiting an absurd amount of time, we ended up playing on the main stage that they had there like for 2 or 3 more sets, and we ended up being in losers finals or losers semis. But that's when my brother once again decided to Otani, Kershaw, Clemens, and we quickly fucked off. Especially because they were closing already. They were already pushing past closing time, so I don't know what the hell they ended up doing with the grand finals anyway. I just know that the artists that were holding the art that we already paid for, that we said we would pick up later, were blowing up my phone telling me to come get the art while I was handing out stomps in Dreamland. So although that loss hurt, I mean, we had to go get our shit, so. I don't even think there was a prize. I don't think the winners got shit. But that doesn't matter to me. It's about pride. So shout out to the really nice mom that for some reason decided to talk to us about how good her kid is at Smash. You were really nice. It was a pleasure to meet you, but rest assured, I'll 3-stock that little shit. Until I meet my next white whale, subscribe.